Hi there, this is a reading by Karen for the week beginning the 23rd of the 1st, 2012. So this reading is a general reading for everybody. Of course, not all the information that may come out is going to be pertinent to some people, but if it does resonate with you, please take it as a gift in helping you to get through whatever you're working on, whatever challenges you have in your life. If it doesn't resonate, then don't worry about it. All the information that comes through is to assist you to reach your full potential and just to support everybody that's learning and growing in life at the moment. So I have chosen 5 cards and we will begin. Transformation. Transformation is all about transmuting and changing, understanding and learning and assimilating all the information that is circulating around us from the universe every day to assist us with understanding A, our mission in life, what we're here for, B, healing parts of us that are unloved and holding on to unforgiveness and restricted and held captive by negative energy. And C, transformation is deciding that you're not going to be a victim. It's taking responsibility for your life and the choices that you've made, the thoughts that you've thought. And since thoughts become things and emotions become experiences, we really do have only ourselves to thank for all of the things that we're experiencing, even the difficult things. Even these things are governed by universal laws, why we experience them, the karma, the lessons that our soul has to learn. And so by lovingly clearing out our mind and our hearts and our chakras and working with the energies that are present around us and looking at the insights and the wisdom that is presented to us. It might be a conversation, it might be the lyrics of a song that is currently playing on the radio, it might be a book that you're reading. All of these are avenues of communication by your spirit guides to help you through whatever challenges you've got. So I think a good way to think about transformation is whatever you're thinking about at the moment. What's the top thing on your mind? It might be your love life, it might be your finances, it might be your health. There might be the major issue that you're working on is something that you're thinking about over and over and over again, like you're obsessed with it. And you will get messages to help you with this hurdle, with this block, with understanding how you can transform this challenge into something good, something that's positive, not necessarily something that's difficult or negative thing. Transformation is also about being light, being lighter in mind, in heart, in thoughts, in feelings, in moods and emotions. It's about moving through things faster so you can get to that light. And I chose a stone today to come on the table, and it is actually a butterfly-shaped piece of rock. So I guess the butterfly is a universal symbol for lightening your load, getting over it, laughing. Don't get stuck or bogged down in heavy emotions or thoughts. Move those thoughts around and go on to the next experience. And also enjoy the lightness that you have created by learning that lesson and by completing that period in your life or finishing that relationship. Enjoy that period of transition and understanding that you've gained. So a lot of people are transforming at the moment, and transformation can sometimes be painful. It's like growing pains. If you think when you transform from a child into an adolescent, from an adolescent into an adult, all of those stages are transitions, and they all have pains associated with them. The same as transitioning from one phase of your life to another, or one way of thinking to another, one way of understanding to another. It's positive though. Truth, the card of justice, the card of in the tarot, it's the card of the scales. So basically it's the karmic card. Things in our lives are balancing out. Karma isn't anything to be afraid of. I think the world is changing so much now that we're coming into instant karma, where we have a thought and then a reaction happens almost instantaneously. So we need to guard and watch our thoughts. We need to really make sure that we're thinking the highest possible thoughts that we can in order to produce positive experiences. Also, we can't control when those balances of scales come into play. We can only garner support within ourselves and notice what's happening around us in order to get through that time. And things do balance out in the universe as well. So that's why we have wild weather and we have earthquakes and we have things like that. It's a natural balancing act in nature, as in our own bodies, as in our own minds, in our own consciousness. I think the universe is like the macro and the micro. There's the really small micro world happening within our bodies, within our ecosystems, and then there's the gigantic macro in our oceans, in our forests, in our universe, in our skies, in our planetary system. So there's lots of things going on around us. We just need to notice what's happening within ourselves, and then we need to balance out those energies, not necessarily trawling through trauma from some past life. That's not really what I mean. I mean, we might not know what that karma is, but we can certainly learn from it, and we can right the energies around us by balancing it out. So if we're feeling depressed or alone or lonely, to balance out that scale is to give more love to others. Even if you do it mentally, start thinking and sending love to people so that you can open up that channel of communication and becoming more social. If you can't do it physically by talking to people, if you're too shy or you're too depressed, then do it mentally. Think good things about people. Think positive things. When you notice people being happy, say thank you for showing me in your mind. Say thank you because you're showing me that happiness is possible on an everyday scale. So there's lots of things that we can actively do. It's not about being passive, it's about being observant. Spiritual union, that's great. So lots of twin souls and lots of soulmates are going to find each other. It's almost magnetic. It's almost like the universe is balancing itself out with love. So expect lots of people to get together. In order for that to happen, sometimes you've got to end relationships. You might be in the wrong relationship for you. At this time, the energies are shifting and changing, so it might not necessarily be right or wrong. It might be just not as highest potential as you could have. So maybe ending a relationship isn't necessarily the end of the world. Maybe it's ushering in these new kinds of relationships that are evolving. Maybe a different way of relating is unique and unusual, but I think that there are new kinds of relationships forming between us, and they're definitely higher, they're spiritually based, and you'll notice that this is also the shape of the butterfly as well. So this is a universal symbol that's coming through, the butterfly. Be light, be happy, don't get bogged down in issues and heavy, dense energy. Move through it light like a butterfly, flutter through. Use dance, use celebration, use happiness to move through heaviness, and lots of new relationships forming in the world. Relationships and love anchor the world. It brings in more light into our energy field. So the more love, genuine love we can make, the better it is. And when you get two souls that are equal to each other, it magnifies everything. So this is going to balance the world. It's going to help balance the shifts and changes in the weather and the electromagnetic field of the world. So like John Lennon said, all we need is love. Emotional withdrawal. So along with that, you also need to process and integrate the changes that are happening at lightning speed. So some changes are happening very quickly and they need to be integrated. So what we need to do is integrate those lessons by taking time out. So seek nature as much as you can. Go to the beach. If you live near the beach, walk along the beach. Go for a swim. Give your worries and cares to the earth. Visualize anything that's heavy or dense around you melting out through your body, through your feet, and give it to the earth. The earth will transmute it for you. All you need to do is surrender it, anything that you're holding on to. This relates to journaling, writing down what we need to get out of our system so that we can be available for new energies to come in. We've got to get rid of the old. Material and spiritual prosperity. So despite what the universe and what people are saying about the GFC, it doesn't look like that's the case at all. It looks like there's plenty for everybody. It's whether you feel worthy enough or deserving enough to receive it. We have a lot of resources in this world. It has been